So one of the little projects that has been sort of lingering because we're debating on what's the right thing to do is these gaps along the top of the log where it meets the ceiling. So we've got a couple ideas and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Well, hello everyone. It is a wonderful rainy day in the Kootenays. So this is a majority indoor project. The main reason for this issue is to cover up this spray foam insulation that we've got in here all the way up to the front. A lot of those gaps are like 1/4 inch. Right at the end I should be able to get a little bit wider piece, but not much. So basically from the front to roughly this spot here, this rafter here, I'll be putting a piece of trim along the top of the board to basically make it look pretty. And from here back to roughly here, to block out that unsightly view. Miriam doesn't like it, I don't like it, and we've got to cover it up. I've got the same board here. I've got some 1x6 TNG, and I've got to cut it down into 2-inch wide strips with the tongue still attached. And then I'm going to further cut it down lengthwise to roughly 10-12 inches long, and then I'll put it in and try and tuck it up into this groove there, and then just move it as far along as I can, and then just kind of putter butter just do as much as I can with those smaller sections, because I cannot do anything larger than that, lengthwise or depthwise. And the reason for this whole issue, the other side of the house is good, the back side of the house is good, but this section here of the ceiling from the chimney down was the last bit of roofing that was done. And the issue was that we ran out of boards, and since we had scaffolding here already, I decided to do the top half instead of the bottom half, which that's the right way to go. Otherwise I would have had to go rent the scaffolding again for a second time, and at $40 a day per level. When you're an hour away from the rental place, it's a no-brainer. So I didn't want to waste $100 for nothing. So that's why this was the last section that we got, and that's why I wasn't able to start at the bottom and work my way up to get rid of that gap, because this is the only place in the 4 corners or 4 quadrants of the cabin that has that little gap. So we're gonna try and alleviate that issue, and now I'm just gonna go cut out a couple of boards and see if they fit and go from there. far as that's going.
So So then we'll put some trim like we talked about.
Over here?
Yeah.
Well, now that I've pulled the screw out, I might be able to bang it some further in.
Okay.
I want to get it all the way to there.
Oh, okay. There we go.
What?
So there we go.
That's as far as it's going.
What if we take that other screw out?
That's it. That's as far as she's going. I don't know where the thing is. Oh, it's right there.
So then we're gonna do that, go in the other direction, and then
I'm gonna go down here and push that way now.
very busy today doing some of these finishing things. So the thing we were talking about earlier is right here. So that looks 100% better. So you're gonna get some different trim.
Yeah, I'm sorry, jump in front of the camera here.
Small spaces.
Yeah, this here was actually about a 2.5 inch gap. And I could only put in smaller pieces so to cover it up. So I put in a small one and tapped it along. So that one there is only like 9 inches long, same as this one. This one here was actually, it's about 16 inches long, so it's not too bad. And then I just cut this piece to match, or to fill in the hole. The rest of it, I could not get a piece past that one on the outside, pushing down that way. And the same on this end as well. So we're going to get some trim that is similar to what we've been using pretty much in the rest of the house. I'll put a little piece here to cover that up, and then basically from here all the way to the front of the cabin. That will cover everything there and make it look a little bit prettier.
And I see that you put on some trim here that we've been talking about.
Yeah, this one here. So I put on this fascia here, and then the flooring wasn't coming right up to it. Some places it was, some places it wasn't. So this edge of the flooring was a little bit rough, and we just wanted to cover it up and make it look a little bit more presentable. So I've got this trim here to put on, and then right at the base of the posts, these two posts, there is a gap.
There was a gap.
Yeah. So I was able to put in, I cut a tiny piece of flooring, 1 3/4 inch by 3 1/8, and then just tucked it in there. Put in some a blocking underneath it, glued that down, so it actually looks like it's part of the regular floor now, and it doesn't collect dust.
Which is a problem for me. I have really bad dust allergies. Yeah, so that trim just finishes it off quite nice.
Yeah. And then this one here is going to be the same style as the front of the... I'll grab the camera here. Now this piece here is going to sit from here to the wall over there. And it's going to sit along the entire front side of that fascia.
Oh, you put this piece in already?
Yeah, that one piece is attached. So I've just got that one piece to do. I just got to cut a 45 on that one, and that will be done probably tomorrow. All I have to do is tack it in, but I need a taller ladder than the one that I had today, so oh darn, I have to work tomorrow. But it's looking really good.
Good afternoon. It is a good day to be doing inside projects because we've got a wee bit of snow going on outside. And judging from the tire tracks on the road, people are choosing to stay off the roads today, which is always a good thing. Okay, so the trim project we're working on right now, hey Brent, is this one right at the edge of the loft.
This top edge here. I've already cut the 45 on that end, as you can see. And I've got it right against the outside log on this end.
Okay.
So I've got one staple or one nail into it now. All I have to do is put a couple more into this, and then I can finish off with that small section right on the edge.
Did you need me to hold that?
Not anymore. I'll get 2 staples in, but I just need a third hand. Actually, I should have moved the ladder back about 6 inches and I'd be able to do a little bit better. We're okay. So we're good there. This is all tacked in, nice and solid. Now I just have to trim that outside piece. It's only about 8 inches long. Put a 45 on the one end, which is already there. I just have to trim down the other end. And this will all be done.
And then...
Then we do the bottom of the roofing.
Then there's always something else I find. But these should be the last. Well, there is one other little tiny repair that I'd like to see happen. And yeah, so I can see the wire at the top of the log there. So we're just gonna cover that up. We already did this section here. And then we're gonna follow through, pull all this stuff away from the walls and do it all the way along. Okay, yes, it's very hot up here. According to the mini split, it's 88 degrees up here. And I just finished yoga, so I'm a little warm. So we're just doing the edging at the bottom of the ceiling that meets the top log. So we can cover up all the gap down in here. We still need to make a cover for that thing.
Yeah, I've got an idea for that one.
Okay, good to know.
It's going to actually look like a little cuckoo clock. I saw a design on, I think it was on YouTube. And it's a nice little way to hide it, and it'll actually butt right up against the ceiling.
Nice. So as you can see, there's a cord coming out of there. That is our Starlink cord, and it's now in there for all eternity. We had it coming through the gap above the window in the kitchen where the insulation is, and I always hated it. And I said, Brent, what are the chances we can shove it in a soffit somewhere and bring it in? I was thinking it would go beside the pipe for the stove exhaust, but that would have been a little challenge. We might have lost the end of the cord in the
That would have been impossible because it's spray foam insulation all around it.
Brent's got 2 lengths of edging there that he has measured and is going to take outside to cut.
I'm just going to see how long these are. I think they're 12. Oh, wow.
I know.
Just over 13 feet, this one.
Okay.
So I've got to make it 134 inch, so which is 11 foot 2, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'll cut this one down, I'll cut this one down, and that'll be the whole side of the cabin there, except for that one tiny section that I have to fill in just above the logs. So we can hide the insulation where the log dips down because there's a big chunk taken out of it.
Well, it's where a knot was.
Yeah, there was a huge knot there.
So I'll just show you over here. And then I can make a snack while Brent is busy doing that. So in behind here, there is a big divot. So we want to cover that in. The good news is I can't feel any cold air in there, so that's a good thing. So our insulation is working. And if you're wondering why there is white spray foam insulation, so we had a board that was protecting, oof, gotta watch I don't whack my head again, that was protecting the railings. We didn't have the railings up when they did the spray foam insulation, so it was a safety thing. And they spray foamed the silly thing into the wall, or into the ceiling. So when we pulled it out, we pulled a chunk of spray foam out too. And so we just took a can of spray foam and sprayed it in there. And some of it just tumbled down the wall. So anyways, that's why we have a different color spray foam in there. Okay, yeah, you're in.
Thank you. That's good.
And get the last one. When you come around this side, maybe.
Nope, I've done 4 in this.
Well, I was thinking maybe one more here, this direction.
No, that's fine.
All right.
Good morning. Kind of a lazy day. I just found out I've got a leak in my compressor, so I only have a couple small jobs to do. One of them is finishing off that trim there. This little piece here has to go right along this section. But also, this little section here where there's, excuse me, where there's a divot in the log here. I'm going to take this here, piece of TNG, and try and fit that in there and cover up as much of that area as possible. I have to put it down and then tuck it back up into the groove with the tongue side here. And I'll just tack that in place, and then once that is done, I'll put that trim on there and that'll be done. And then I think there's one small divot like this as well on the other side of the room. So I'll take care of that in a little bit, and I'll show you that then.
Okay, we've got, oops, don't, yeah.
Don't want to mess with that.
No, don't mess up the Starlink quick cable. Okay, so Brent had to dig out some of that excessive spray foam insulation down there.
That was actually extra spray foam that I put in later.
Yeah, I know, and it fell down the wall. I remember that. It's because we tore out that 2x4 that was saving keeping people from falling over the edge. Anyway, so then, so we'd have a little bit of a gap that you can't see right through because Brent's put boards in behind there, and that's just the natural dip in the log. So now we're gonna go onto that side. So I'll help Brent pull all the stuff off the wall there, and
Oh, you'll help me do it.
I'll help you pull the things off the wall.
Oh, how nice of you.
There are certain tasks that I'm not qualified for, and he likes to rub it in. So it looks like we do not have any big dips on this side here. It's nice and smooth all the way along, and that should go off really easy. So it'll just be a quick little bit and we'll finish it up. Gives me a good chance to get in behind things and clean too. It's a little dusty. Okay, last few staples and then this job will be done.
She be done.
Okay, it is finished officially now.
100% this time.
Yeah, so there was, when we put the flooring in, it wasn't quite matching up with the edge of the log, and you could see the plywood in behind it, which wasn't a huge deal because we have shelves that sit in front of it. But now that we have the shelves away, I'm like, we have leftover flooring. Can we please?
Yeah, and I'm a little more comfortable working with the vinyl flooring now than when I first started doing it, because I knew nothing then. I know a little bit more now, but it looks a lot better now for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's all we wanted to share with you this week.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see,
Don't forget to subscribe.
and ring that bell for notifications.
Bye-bye for now.
You stopped recording as I'm moving this downstairs?
Yeah, I did. I actually accidentally hit the button to stop. Yeah. Anyway, so...